guys, my name is Amelia. I am one of the trainers at Peach on a Leash, and today's challenge is teaching your dogs to go to a mark on cue. This is a behavior that is used a lot in animal acting, on sets for movies or commercials, print ads, things like that. Typically a mark is a little X taped on the floor, or it could be on a couch or a tree stump or stairs or whatever, but it's basically the spot you want your dog to go. So we're going to work on that today. What you're going to need are some soft, yummy treats, and you're going to need a mark. I suggest just using a Post-it note, just like this one, to start. And for your treats, have more than you think you're going to need. Have them ready to go, because it's kind of a bummer to have to stop midway through. So this is my dog Rhett. He is about 9.5 years old. He is a mutt, one of my favorite breeds. And we have not worked on this together, so I'm kind of in the same boat with you guys. Wish me luck. So the first step for this skill is we're going to reward any interaction that your dog has with the mark. So we're going to very intentionally present the mark to our dog and have them interact with it. That can be touching it with their nose or pawing at it. Either of those is fine. We want them interacting, and the moment they do, say yes and reward with your other hand. So let's give that a try and see how it goes. We're going to do about maybe 5 of those to start, and let's see what happens. Come here, Red. Yes, good boy. Yes, good job. Yes. 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 Yes, good boy. So he did actually really well. He already has a very strong hand targeting touch cue that he knows pretty well, so I think that translates really well for him. A couple times though, he did get my hand more than the paper. So on this next round, I'm gonna do two different things. I'm gonna try and position my hand a little bit better so that he's getting the paper more than my hand. If he does get my hand, I'm just not gonna say anything and I'm not gonna reward. So we're only gonna reward the interaction with the mark. I'm also gonna try to get this mark closer and closer to the ground, because eventually we want this mark to be right on the floor. So here we go again. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Yes, good puppy. Yes, good job. So that was really good. He did much better that time, and we got a lot closer to the ground as well. So we're going to do another round of these. And I should back up too. If your dog is having a hard time with this paper, you can start with something bigger, a bigger piece of paper, and slowly fold it or cut it and make it smaller and smaller gradually over time. So this next time, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing, but I really want to try to get this closer to the ground where he's interacting with it on the floor. I want my hand to be more out of the picture as well. And I'm also going to go ahead and start adding a verbal cue. It's a little early to do that. I would suggest for you guys wait till it's a little bit more reliable that your dog is interacting with the paper, but I want to make sure that I show you what that looks like. So we're going to say the word and present just like we were and see what happens. For my dog Rhett, I'm just going to use the word mark. He already has a cue that he knows as go to bed. So I'm worried if I say go to mark for him, that would be confusing. So I'm just going to say mark. Really, you can say whatever you want it to say. As long as you're consistent, it doesn't really matter. You could say chocolate cake. So here we go. Mark. Yes, good boy. I dropped the treat. Mark. Yes. So I got a couple paws in there that time. That's awesome. Mark. Yes, good boy. Mark. So he's sniffing for crumbs, so I'm going to go ahead and pick this up, get his attention. Mark. Yes, good job. That's awesome. Let's see if we can get one more. Mark. was so good. So he's really starting to make the connection between what he needs to do with his mark. That verbal cue, he'll also start connecting that in as well. So really from here, once you guys get in the role and this is becoming reliable for your dog and you feel good about it, you can start moving your mark. Like I was doing just a little bit, you can gradually add a bit more distance between your dog and the mark and move it onto different places perhaps, do it in different rooms, maybe eventually take it outside. But it's really just a nice fun thing to do with your dog and get them thinking and moving around a bit. So I guess you can teach an old dog new tricks. Thanks, Rhett. Hey everybody, are you ready to take this to the next level? This go to mark cue is so much fun because there's so many different things you can do with this. So let's imagine we're on a movie set or a TV set. And maybe the mark is going to be on a chair or a couch or a tree stump, somewhere other than the floor. So we want to start working with your dog to get them to go to their mark, regardless of where that mark is. So I brought in a couple things so I can start practicing with Rhett and get to him going to his mark on a different level. So let's see. Ready to work? Wait. Mark. Yes, good boy. I'm going to toss a treat to get him off. Rhett, mark. Yes, good job. Excellent, good boy. Now I'm going to see if I can get him to go up on the couch. You might initially want to try to do this in little smaller pieces. So maybe just move the mark to where your hand is behind it. Rhett, mark. Yes, good boy. Then I'm going to try putting it up a little higher. Mark. Yes, good job. Now I'm going to see if he'll get all the way on the couch. Wait. Mark. Yay! Good papas. Good job. So that's a really fun way to start moving the mark around and getting your dog to take it to the next level. So post your video in the comments below.